What's happening, all you good people? We are here today talking about what it's like living in Vail. So if you're considering moving or relocating to the mountains of Colorado and Vail is on your short list, well, today we're going to talk about some pros and cons of living in Vail, Colorado. My name is Bob Friel. We get calls, texts, emails from people just like you that are looking to relocate to the beautiful Colorado state. Check out the description below. We make it simple. You can call, text, email, and somebody from the team will get right back to you. Do me a favor, head down, give us a thumbs up for this video so that we can get this content in front of some more people, and let's move. So first and foremost are growth opportunities, healthcare, food and restaurant service, education, and of course retail are top of the job market categories at this time. Being able to work from home, get out, enjoy the slopes during their week. Let's say you have a lot of early morning meetings, but you have a little free time in the afternoon. The cool thing about living in Vail, in the wintertime, summertime, what have you, you can jet up, grab the mountain bike, as well as ski obviously during the winter time. Really anything that you could do if you have some free time, you're able to work remotely. Vail is an ideal spot to settle. Now on to the cons. So this is a very tight job market as we see. Vail's resort is actually having a hard time filling a number of their jobs. So what we're actually seeing here in the wintertime thus far is there's actually longer than normal ski lines. There's a little bit longer wait times at restaurants. Just because there's people that are apparently are afraid to get back into the workforce. Pro and con number 2 is the tourism. Don't forget that Vail is a world-class ski resort. It's a great opportunity to meet people from different cultures, ethnicities, and similar lifestyle interests. Also keep in mind that tourism is seasonal, which provides locals with plenty of opportunity to enjoy their hometown without the hubbub of so many people, not to mention all the real estate opportunities. Now there are some slow times during the year from the end of summertime, like when the kiddos start school, through about ski season startup. There's that 2-month waiting period where the leaves start to change colors. You're gonna have way less foot traffic, less campers, less people coming up in the mountains for the weekends. And then of course, after ski season, from about middle of April or so to, let's call it, that start of June, it's kind of called muddy season, right? So all of that snow melts. The tourists are kind of gone. Nobody wants to be around for that, of course, when the mountains aren't open or whatever. Now let's stick with the con. Clearly, the biggest one is, in my opinion, overcrowding. I mean, it's just a popular place, right? Everybody seems to want to come here. So that's a huge negative. One of the things that we say is tourism equals massive. So you can take that as a positive or a negative. Obviously the positive, if you're living up here, those tourists are paying a fairly sizable sales tax, which decreases our property taxes, which in my opinion, that's a positive. I can put up with a little bit of, those people skiing in jeans, so to speak. On to pro and con number 3. Holy crap, is it dry here. It's amazing for a variety of people with some common skin ailments like rheumatoid arthritis, respiratory issues, Crohn's, and other autoimmune diseases. But it can be difficult if you're not, staying hydrated, for one, up in the mountains, because you are very, very elevated, above 6,000 feet. One of the biggest difficulties is drinking enough water on a daily basis. And what a lot of people miss is actually putting on sunscreen, because the atmosphere up here is a little thinner. So you definitely need a hat. One of the key things that I've found personally that helps me stay hydrated is as soon as I wake up in the morning, I try to drink 60 ounces of water. Yeah, it might take a couple of weeks to get used to that, but I swear once you get, in the groove of staying super hydrated, your body, your muscles, your mind is definitely gonna help you. Pro and con number 4, we're gonna stick with that trail overcrowding kind of theme that we talked about a couple of pros and cons ago. There's many seasonal times where we have to share the road, slopes, and trails with our visitors, which honestly, if you're a townie, it's gonna be annoying when those newbies don't know where they are. They stop, they stall out on the slopes, the trails. They seem to have no idea what they're doing. So the overcrowding, the not knowing where the visitors are going on the slopes, for instance, definitely you're gonna wanna check your speed a bit. Just be mindful, head on a swivel, all that stuff. If you are a local here, just try not to get super annoyed, even though it's gonna test your patience for sure. But here's the thing, if you spend enough time out doing the things that you love, you're gonna know which trails to avoid, which ski days to avoid during the peak ski seasons or what have you. Pro and con number 5, the unpredictable weather. So obviously the con, wildfires, floods, and blizzards are just a few of the insane, unpredictable weather that Vail has to offer. One of the pros, of course, you'll love living in Colorado just for the vast array of wildlife, the topography. You know, you can do a ton of different things inside and out here in Colorado. All right, pro and con number 6. Wild animals are not your friends, right? In Vail, we have a ton of elk herds and deer. Sometimes people get a little too close. They think that, you know, maybe a deer in their backyard that the mom's not around is, they need to help it. Clearly that is not the case, right? This is Mother Nature just living amongst humans at this point in time, right? So please stick away. Another big con is not keeping your dog on a leash if you're traveling. So some of the trails in the area, yes, you can have your dog off leashes if they're trained. Maybe you have an electric collar like we use with our dogs. But if your dog is off leash, you need to call it back, especially if you see a moose, right? That's definitely a con. If you get too close and you have dogs, you definitely want to make sure that you have them under control. The cool thing is you can see deer pretty much every day, which is awesome. Same with elk in the wintertime. As the snow starts to come down, the elk start to travel down with that. So of course they are a little bit more protected. So that's the cool part. You can see all of this stuff that most people, if you live in a city, you're never gonna see that, right? Here's a pro tip. The aerial views across the Vail Valley might shock you. There's been mountain lions seen. If you spend enough time enjoying the outdoor here, there is a very, very solid chance that a mountain lion has seen you closer than you might think. All right, the time is now. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up button, and leave a comment, share this video as well. When you're ready to get your mortgage financing squared away and or moving and relocating right here to the beautiful Denver, Colorado area, we've got your back. Go ahead, shoot us a call, text, even that email, however you want to get a hold of us. Again, we have your back. In addition to that, go ahead, watch one of these other videos right now, snoop around the channel, and we'll see you again when we drop that next one. Take care.